welcome back to Yoganuary day 7. So as you can see, I am not in my yoga clothes and I'm not on my mat. So those of you that watched the intro video, you will know that we are not doing 7 flows a week, we're doing 6. And then your 7th challenge is something a little bit different. So the way I suppose I do yoga and I teach yoga is that yoga isn't just about a physical practice that we do and then we kind of leave it. It's something that we take into our lives. So it's the way we act when we're around people, it's the way we conduct our own lives, the way we plan for the future, so many things I have learned through doing yoga. So I thought that as it is the first week or the end of the first week of the year, some of you may already have done this, but some of you won't have done. So I thought that we could all set our goals together. So I haven't done mine. I would love for you now, if you don't have a pen and paper or a notebook, I would love for you to just pause me and run and get one. Those of you that have come prepared, that saw my Instagram caption, awesome, and we will get on with it. So I just want to chat a little bit about goals first. So these goals they can be anything. They're obviously very personal to you, but what I want us to think about, we're going to be setting a goal for the end of today. So Sunday, the 7th of January, we're going to be setting ourselves a goal. Then we're going to be setting a goal for the end of the week, then a goal for the end of the month, one for 3 months' time, one for 6 months' time, and one for a year's time. Now, you may not know off the top of your head what those goals are going to be. I won't either. So while we're kind of having a little think, I'll play a bit of music and we can just spend some time thinking about what those will be. Of course, if you haven't completed the exercise by the end of this video, you can do it in your own time. But I would really love to see, or at least hear a little bit about what your goals are when you share these things with me on Instagram. By the way, I am loving seeing all of your bits and pieces on Instagram. So I actually saved this video to film the night before because I needed time to settle into the new year and think about what it was that I wanted to work towards. So, and I can obviously share mine with you as well. I think that would be really, really nice. The way in which we are going to plan this out, we're going to be saying what the goal is, so it can be quite basic. Then we're going to say how we measure it. So that could be, for example, say I wanted to make my goal absolute, definitely daily meditation for the end of the month, and that was my monthly goal. And I wanted to measure that. Well, how would I measure that? One of the ways, maybe I hold myself accountable and I put it on my Instagram story every day. Maybe I print myself off a little spreadsheet and I just tick it off each day. So there's different ways in which we can measure things. Maybe I want to tell Rob about it and I am held accountable by telling somebody about it. And then we are going to say what our reward is. So it's really nice to set goals and have these challenges, but we want something to look forward to at the end of them for all our hard work, even if it's just a daily goal. So I'll use an example. So today my goal is to get 3 videos filmed and to stay calm whilst doing it. And then my reward at the end, obviously I will measure it by seeing how many I have filmed, because that's something that I can actually count up. And my reward will be an hour of reading on the sofa with Rob later on, because I am into a really good book at the moment and I really want to pick it up right now. So that will be my reward if I get everything done. So that's the kind of where we're going with this. And those kind of daily goals are things you can do every single day. There's a really great notebook that you can get, there's loads of them, journals, but I know that a brand called Kiki K do them, whereby you have like your what you're grateful for each day, your daily goal, etc, etc. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling now and we're going to get on with our goal setting. To begin with, on your piece of paper or your notepad, you can make this as glorious as you want. You can use colourful pens, you can draw pictures, you can doodle, do whatever. But to begin with, I just want you to write my goal for today. And then you're just going to spend a moment and you're going to write down what your goal for the day is. So we'll all do that now. Okay, the daily ones are normally a little bit easier than the year-long ones, so I've written mine. Hopefully you are with me. Now you're going to write how you're going to measure that. Okay, if you're stuck with the measuring one, that's fine. You can come back to it if you're just a little bit unsure. And then you're going to move on to what your reward is going to be. So your reward at the end of the day, maybe that is like a long hot bath, maybe you're going to go to the cinema, I don't know, whatever it is, just say what your reward is going to be. Write it down. When you're ready, find a new bit on your paper or a new page, and we're going to move on to my goal for this week. So when it gets longer, it starts to get a little bit trickier, but like I say, if you don't finish this exercise now, you can finish it when the video is done. So let's have a think about what you want your goal for this week to be. So we're Sunday today. By next Sunday, what would you like to have achieved? A good one for you guys might be to stick with all of the Yoganuary videos. How's that? I've just given you a good one. When you've got your goal, you're going to write down how you are going to measure it, and then you're going to write down your reward. To think of what my reward's going to be. Okay, hopefully you guys are getting on okay with this. I love that we're doing this together actually, because even myself, I will write down a few things, but it's so easy to put these kind of exercises to one side and think that I'll come to it another day. So I'm grateful for Yoganuary for actually making me do my goals. So also, I just think it's important to know that this time of year, there are a lot of messages about kind of fitness and being a new you and all of this stuff, but just know that you're an awesome you as you are. You were awesome last year. These goals are just ways of making little tiny improvements. And as well, with the fitness scene, it can be quite daunting this time of year with everyone saying you need to get in shape and you need to burn all these calories and all of this stuff. So obviously, if your goals are physical, then fine, but maybe think today about how, for example, if maybe one of your goals was weight loss, rather than have that as your goal today, maybe think about something you'd like to achieve within that. So something that will help you grow towards that. So that might be, in 3 months, I'd like to be able to do 10 pull-ups. I mean, I wish. But there we go, that could be, and then you know that that is keeping you on course for your fitness journey, but it's not all about numbers. Because numbers are just bleh. You know, like the saying, age is nothing but a number? It's the kind of the same when it comes to, you know, how long you've run for and what you've eaten and all of this. Like, it's all about balance and just getting a little bit of everything. So that was just a note there. That kind of gave you a bit more time to fill in the weekly one if you were struggling. So let's move on now. The goal for the end of the month. This is where it gets a bit trickier. So write down what your goal is for the month. And then once you've got your goal, you're going to move on to how you're going to measure that and what your reward is going to be. Okay, so I'm done with my monthly goal. I actually snuck in an extra one there, but they were kind of small ones, so I added a little extra one. If you want to do that, you can. You can have more than one goal, of course. This is just our way of kind of getting started and giving you guys something to work towards. Right, when you are ready, it's time for the 3-month goal. So 3 months, 6 month, the year goal, they're the ones that maybe you need a bit more time to think about, and like I say, that's absolutely fine. So let's get writing. What's your 3-month goal? And when you've got those, the measuring and the reward. I actually did that quicker than I was expecting. If you need a little bit more time, that is absolutely fine. I might doodle on this page while you guys finish writing. Anybody that's finished, have a little doodle and make your page look pretty. Does anyone else always draw stars when they doodle? I once covered 2 whole pages in just different shaped stars. It looks really pretty. Okay, let's move on. So we're going on to our 6th month goal now. So have a real think about this. Like I say, I'm like a broken record. Like I keep saying, just do what you think comes to mind now, and you can always work a little bit more on it after this video has finished. So 6 months, what would you like to achieve by the summer? So say July. And once you've got your 6 month goal, I'd like you to write down how you'll measure it, and then also what your reward is going to be. If any of you are watching the screen while I write, I think you'll know when I get to my reward, because I think I always smile, because I'm like, oh, that's the fun part. Okay, so coming on to our final one. So the goal for this year, so this is like the ultimate goal. What is it that when you are starting this year, you think, do you know what, by the end of 2018, I want to be in this position or that position? What do you want to have changed about your life? And how are you going to do it, and what's your reward going to be? It's a big one, so we'll take some time, we'll have a little think about it, and yeah, go for it. Okay, I am done with mine. If you're not done with yours, that's fine. Just pause for just a moment while we round up, and then you can continue with yours afterwards. So hopefully you guys have found that really useful. I really have. Now that I've got them written down, I am going to actually transfer them, and I'd recommend doing something similar. I'm going to transfer them all onto a slightly bigger piece of paper, something that I can put onto my fridge, and something where I'm reminded constantly of what they are, of how I'm measuring everything. So, or maybe you could put it in your journal or something like that. It's such a nice exercise, and I hope that you guys are feeling inspired and are feeling motivated to actually work towards these goals for the end of the year. So thank you so much for doing this with me. As you guys know, the giveaway this week is with the amazing The Sports Edit, who do all of the snazzy clothing for yoga and fitness and everything, and loungewear, lots of good loungewear. So make sure that you have uploaded your posts for 7 days if you would like to enter and be in with a chance of winning the £250 voucher. And I have also arranged 2 runner-up prizes of a really, really beautiful Swell bottles. So one person will win the £250 voucher, and then 2 other people will win an amazing Swell bottle, which I love. So really excited to be giving those away as well. So thank you so much for doing this with me. Hopefully today has given your body a little bit of a rest, although I know that there are some of you that are catching up on flows throughout the week that you couldn't get done. We've got something nice and chilled for day 1 of week 2. So I will be seeing you in the morning. Thank you so much, and I will, see you soon. Bye bye.